And now, the news.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's edition of News 5. This is my colleague Rene and I am Shanice Kassenbeck. And in today's news segment, we're going to discuss a marketing report we've conducted on Imperial Tobacco Company. First, my colleague will give you an introduction about the company, and after that, he will explain to you what is Imperial Tobacco's marketing strategy. After that, I'm going to talk about corporate social responsibility. I will now give the word to my colleague Rene, and he is going to give you an introduction about the company and talk about their marketing strategy.
Imperial Tobacco Company is a British multinational tobacco company based in Bristol, United Kingdom. Imperial Tobacco was created in 1901 after the merger of 13 British tobacco companies and 11 other independent family businesses. Today, Imperial Tobacco produces more than 320 billion cigarettes a year, has 51 factories worldwide, and sells its products in 160 countries. Imperial Tobacco has about 38,000 employees. Its brands include Galvas's Blondes, Davidoff, Cohiba, and Rizla, just to name a few. I would also like to mention that Imperial Tobacco is the world's fourth largest producer of cigarettes, measured by market share, and the world's largest producer of cigarettes, rolling paper, and fine-cut tobacco. Other than producing tobacco products, Imperial also does logistics for tobacco and also other products around the Other than producing tobacco, Imperial also does logistics for tobacco as well as other products. Now I'm going to talk about Imperial's market positioning and the competitive position. Imperial's brands are positioned based on their attributes, and Imperial's competitive position differs per product category. In the cigarette segment, they hold the position of a challenger, and in the segments of fine-cut tobacco, rolling paper, and cigars, they hold the position of market leader. Imperial's versatile portfolio of brands and products gives them a strong representation in all tobacco categories. Imperial is focused on manufacturing high-quality tobacco products. Their portfolio contains both global and regional brands. Examples of their global brands are Galvas's Blondes and Davidoff. Davidoff is a premium tobacco brand which is obtainable in more than 100 countries worldwide. Davidoff is very popular in Eastern Europe, Middle East, and Asia. Another global brand Imperial has to offer is Galvas's Blondes. Now I'm going to move on to the second P, which is price. Imperial Tobacco uses product line pricing to determine the price of the brands in its brand portfolio. Now I'm going to move on to the third P, which is place. Their main method of distribution is indirect, which means that they use intermediaries to reach their customers. Imperial's products are sold in over 160 countries worldwide. There are more than 100 intermediaries in each country which supply their low-end till mid-range products. Examples of such intermediaries are supermarkets, mini-markets, tobacco shops, pubs, clubs, gasoline stations, etc. Altogether, that's more than 16,000 middlemen, which proves that Imperial Tobacco uses intensive distribution. However, for the higher-end tobacco products, Imperial Tobacco may use selective distribution. The reason for this is because the products are more premium and they are only for a specific segment of the market. This form of marketing is known as concentrated marketing. To illustrate, I would like to use their Davidoff brand as an example. Davidoff Classic is obtainable at most of their intermediaries. However, if you want to buy another product of the Davidoff line, chances are small that you're going to find them in the intermediaries, because these do not carry the whole Davidoff line. For instance, if you would like to buy Davidoff Slims, you will have to go to one of Davidoff flagship stores. Davidoff has around 100 flagship stores worldwide. These are the only places you can buy the complete Davidoff collection. Now on to the last P, which is promotion. Imperial Tobacco uses different forms of promotion to create brand awareness. The three main concepts of the promotional mix that Imperial may use are advertisement, promotion, and sponsorship. The three main concepts of the promotion mix that Davidoff may use are advertising, sponsorship, and sales promotion. Imperial uses a great degree of advertisement to create awareness and transfer information to the target market. The degree of advertisement would vary per country, law, and culture. For instance, in India, their cigarette brand Benson and Hedges is mainly advertised through low-budget TV ads, radio spots, flyers, and billboards. In the UK, however, they use high-tech advertisements such as internet ads and on blimps. But regardless of the country in which they are advertising in, Imperial Tobacco always adheres to a standard set of rules when advertising their products, which are as follows. Imperial's advertisements are made to appeal to adults. Imperial's ads will not suggest that smoking will enhance popularity or any other desirable aspects. Imperial's ads will not suggest that smoking is a popular activity. Imperial's ads will not be placed where there is a significant presence of children. Imperial only advertises on websites where there is an age verification method. And Imperial's ads will not feature celebrities who appeal to people younger than 18 years of age. Imperial Tobacco has introduced a discount program called the Expansion Pricing Preferred Program. As a result, some of Imperial's cigarettes brands are being sold for as much as 50% less per package. Now I'm going to talk about their third method of promotion, which is sponsorship. Imperial Tobacco provides sponsorship to a wide range of cultural and sporting events in order to raise awareness of a particular brand or product among adults. Tobacco brand sponsorship materials and clothing will not be provided to any event which has greater appeal to young people than to adults. Now I'm going to give the word to my colleague Shanice, who is going to talk more about their corporate social responsibility.
As Imperial Tobacco is a tobacco company, making and selling their tobacco products in a responsible manner is a critical element of the way they do business. Imperial Tobacco has two main focuses. The first one is a long-term value creation for the business and its stakeholders. The second main focus is quality. Imperial strives for a high quality to meet and exceed its customers' expectations. According to Imperial Tobacco, adults have the freedom to enjoy their tobacco products but also be aware of the health risks that are involved. Speaking of health risks, it's the responsibility of the government to provide the public with clear and consistent messages about the health risks. Imperial does not only support the regulations that are determined by the government, but also employs scientists who observe and review the scientific developments to make sure that the business fulfills its duty as a responsible manufacturer. According to Imperial, benefits are not only generated for the business, but also for the government and the economy, the stakeholders, their employees, society, and the natural environment. First of all, Imperial's employees. Imperial states that they treat their employees with dignity, respect, and fairness. It is Imperial's task to attract, retain, and educate the best people for individual but also for success as a whole. Another thing that makes Imperial a responsible manufacturer is the fact that they don't employ children. Together with stakeholders, Imperial strives to eliminate exploitations of children in the tobacco sector. The most important thing for Imperial as a responsible manufacturer is to respect the natural environment. Imperial recognizes that it's very important to know and reduce the impact of the business on the natural environment. Imperial's environmental management is based on ISO 14001, which regulates some standards for the natural environment. The key elements for Imperial referring to the natural environment are energy efficiency, waste and waste landfill minimization, and water conservation. In practice, Imperial reduced their energy usage by 10% since 2001, and they still aim to cut this further by 20% by 2020. In Spain and Poland, Imperial owns factories that pilot measures to cut the waste. Imperial's aim of their 2-year partnership with expert Danfoss is to find more positive solutions for the natural environment. Reunion Island is located to the east of Madagascar. Reunion Island is located to the east of Madagascar. Furthermore, in 2007, Imperial built a factory on the Reunion Island which is located to the east of Madagascar. The company built this factory. The factory is around 13,000 square meters with a large scale of solar panel installations. In 2006, Imperial funded a 3-year project with Wildlife Conservation Society in order to protect Makira Forest, which is also located on Madagascar. Unfortunately, over the last years, Madagascan forests have been the subject of further destruction by illegal poaching of wood. Luckily, Imperial reported that the Makira forest of 350,000 hectares has not been affected as the others of Madagascar. In 2007, Imperial co-funded a pilot project together with Alliance One, Total Land Care, and Limbly In 2007, Imperial co-funded a pilot project together with Limbly, Alliance One, and Total Land Care to develop a rocket farm in Malawi. In 2007, Imperial co-funded a pilot project together with Alliance One, Total Land Care, and Limbly to develop a rocket barn trial in Malawi. Rocket barns are super fuel-efficient curing barns that reduce the total amount of wood that is needed to cure tobacco. Rocket barns do not only bring benefit to the natural environment but also to the business because they are affordable and easy to build. Research by German Agency for Technical Cooperation showed a 50% saving of fuel consumption. Research by German Agency for Technical Cooperation showed a 50% of saving in fuel consumption. They also found an increase of around $1,300 in farmers' annual income. As Imperial states, I quote, "We do not own the farms in Malawi, but we source 5% of our tobacco through third-party suppliers." According to Imperial, their factory in Reidsville in the USA is an excellent example of the commitment to environmental responsibility. The factory consists of an installation of 169 watts. The factory has an installation of 169 watts with a solar renewable energy system. This makes a significant contribution to the 2020 goal to reduce another 20% of carbon emission. This factory in Reidsville is currently the largest solar panel installation within Imperial Tobacco Company. To this day, Imperial still works hard to bring into practice their commitment to their entire social responsibility. This concludes our news segment on Imperial's marketing strategy and their corporate social responsibility.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to thank you for tuning in today, and you will be tuning in again next week for another edition of News 5.